This episode is brought to you by Buy My Stuff on eBay. Yes, you too can buy my stuff from eBay. Simply search for the seller, Tin Dog Podcast, and you can own some rare and collectible items. From the same people who brought you Buy My Books on Amazon. Check the show notes for a direct link.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome once again to a Tin Dog Podcast. Now today, the latest 13th Doctor release came out. So obviously, I'm not going to review that at all. I'll review that. You may already have heard that by now, depending on my release schedule. Yeah, I know, some thought actually goes into that. However, I just want to talk to you about the death and life of River Song. Number 3, the Disillusion of Time. Couple of things first off. This is set basically in the Diary of River Song period. So it's pre-library, but it's still got the title of The Death and Life of River Song. So it could quite easily fit it into that. So it's at some point when she's in jail. Okay? It's not one of the stories where she's been brought back to life and she's wandering the universe. It's got 4 parts and they are all part of one narrative. Yes, you heard that right. There's not 4 standalone stories. This is glorious. Seriously. However, before I begin my review, there's something I need to say. The guy who plays Henry VIII, Harry Myers, yeah, when he's in the episode, he's great. However, listen to the extras, yeah? Where you get to hear the guy's real voice. Okay, now, you hear that? Yeah, I'm telling you, listen to the extras. And then picture the highwayman in Visitation. The bloke who was in, on the buses. It's his voice. If you wanted to recast the character from The Visitation, yes, I'm talking to you, Big Finish, you use this guy. He would just be perfect. He's got that rolling, deep resonance and the cheery chirpiness going on at the same time. Is perfect. Instant casting. Okay, so we have got one release that is available to buy on the 31st of October 2025 to the general public, but is available on the Big Finish site now. Roxana Patel has written this story, and it has got Alex Kingston on the front holding her classic gun, and she's in Tudor frock. Yep, okay. I'm going to read the synopsis, and then I'll talk you through stuff without giving any, spoilers, sweetie. River Song has been imprisoned in the storm cage, facing multiple life sentences for the Doctor's assassination, or at least she was. Now time is collapsing, and River is unexpectedly marooned in Tudor England, 1536, with a mysterious alien companion, Dust. Someone or something has broken history, the distortions centering on the court of King Henry VIII. River must find the culprit, fix the damage before it's too late, but some players, for whom established history does not end happily, may have other ideas. You've got Episode 1, The Armageddon Game. Episode 2, Anne Boleyn Must Die. Number 3, marvellously titled A Good Woman Goes to War. And The Schism Bloom. Okay, so I don't want to give away spoilers, but I do need to say that if you are a fan of Wolf Hall and Doctor Who, you need to buy this, you need to own this, you need to listen to this, and you will relish it. Seriously. If you're a fan of any of those nice historical dramas, you know when the BBC did lovely pseudo-historicals? This is those. But the fact that it is a gorgeously long story set over these 4 parts, and it never breaks pace, it never gets dull, it never takes a breath. Well, it does, but you know what I mean. It never feels boring. You are in this story, you are submerged, and you cannot wait for the next episode. And every time it finishes, it moves on a pace. Truly, truly well constructed. This is on one of those lists where you would go, right, BBC, you want to make the series good? Remake this story. This is one of those. This would look great on TV. Yes, it would cost a bit to pull off, but you've got the locations. Hey, the BBC have got the frocks. Oh, Bad Wolf got access to them anyway. I'm sick to the back teeth of people going on and on about, the history of, the future of Doctor Who's in peril. No. Right. Disney, even with their own stuff, sorry, this is a tangent if you hadn't noticed, Disney, even with their own stuff, have gone off and gone, we'll wait till we have a look at the audience figures before we make a decision about where we're spending our money. This is their own products they're doing this with. They're going to wait until after the series is out, then look at the data and then decide. There's no rolling contracts, so having them say, oh no, Doctor Who's in trouble, it's not, because we don't know. Right? We personally might have an issue with the way that it's on TV, but that's nothing to do with the actual data. That's down to them. They can decide whether they want it or not. They can look at after the war between Salt and the bloke who was midshipman frame. After that's been on, after the unit spin-off's been on, which is apparently going to be sometime, February, March next year, possibly Easter. I thought it was going to be on over Christmas, but that's fine. They might drop them all at once, they might do them weekly, they might want to just see how it goes. All of that business doesn't really affect us at all. All it's telling us to do is wait. Right, sorry, I got off on a sidetrack. Back to this story. See, I don't want to give away spoilers. But there are characters here who are really well defined, really well created and delivered, and it's a massive cast of historical characters. At one point in one scene, there are 4 Queens of England in the room at once. It is a powerhouse of a story, genuinely marvellous. And if ever you've considered going into the River Song world, and you've thought, there's a lot of baggage going on, forget all that, you don't need any of that. All you need is the TV knowledge of River Song. You know she's in jail. You know the doctor likes to drop her off. And that's it. That's all you need. And you can go straight into this story. And if you enjoy it, go back and get the others. By all means. And I'd heartily recommend the one that was our last one with Ace and Tegan. This one is genuinely marvellous. The BBC could genuinely take this script and turn it into a full-on Doctor Who story, and it would have been brilliant. It would have truly been brilliant with Jodie's Doctor. That would have worked. But the fact that there are parallels with Anne Boleyn and some of the other characters and River and their imprisonment, it makes it even better. This has been written by someone who understands the history, understands the characters, and understands River Song, which is a rare thing. It's a truly great box set, which you might have missed and skipped over because you were waiting for the next Jodie or the next Tom Baker story or something like that. But you are missing an absolute gem if you ignore this. Here's the trailer, listen for yourself and decide for yourself. Lord Dust is an absolute perfect character, and I hope that race turns up again on Big Finish. And as for the other historical characters, well, it works for me. And the ending is a complete chef's kiss. Absolutely perfect. It might mess with established continuity, but you know what? If continuity isn't there to be messed with, what is it there for? Here's the trailer and decide for yourself. Until next time, be seeing you.
Please stand by for temporal extraction.
Entropy wave incoming. The storm cage is lost.
From Big Finish Productions, The Worlds of Doctor Who, The Death and Life of River Song, The Dissolution of Time.
The storm cage is gone.
I am Dust, a knight of the shadow.
Right. I think I know roughly when and where we are. London.
London?
This is, best guess, early 16th century?
The Queen is dead!
So this must be... 1536. Tudor England, during the reign of King Henry VIII.
His Royal Majesty, King Henry.
Welcome.
And Queen Anne.
Are you here?
Yes.
These events have a momentum of their own.
This is your destiny. Unlocalized temporal distortion. Numerous anomalous readings.
The political tides are turning.
I have spent my whole life in the shadow of others, but now I am in command.
Then we must burn this corruption away.
And the Time Lords are gone. History's never been so vulnerable.
Temporal defenses failing.
Do you not understand, Lady River? We cannot both survive.
There's been a catastrophic collapse in local space-time.
Uh-oh. What if we're both wrong about everything?
Big finish for the love of stories.
Intrigue in the Tudor royal court of Henry VIII. Honestly, end of the universe aside, I couldn't be having a better time.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.